There's something truly magical about crafting an elegant meal right in the heart of your own home. It's about transforming simple ingredients into something extraordinary, creating an experience that delights the senses and warms the soul. The aroma, the presentation, the shared joy, it all contributes to a special kind of magic that only home cooking can conjure. And what could be more elegant than lobster thermidor? This classic dish, with its rich flavors and impressive presentation, is a true showstopper. Most people think it's a dish reserved only for fancy restaurants, a culinary creation best left to the professionals. They imagine intricate techniques and hard-to-find ingredients. But the truth is, you can absolutely make it in your own kitchen. With a little guidance and the right approach, lobster thermidor is within your reach. The secret? What's the key to unlocking this seemingly complex dish? It's much simpler than it looks. The reality is that lobster thermidor is built upon a foundation of fundamental cooking techniques, easily mastered with a bit of practice. With good, high-quality ingredients, the fresher the lobster, the better. And a few easy techniques, you'll be well on your way to creating a restaurant-worthy dish. You'll impress anyone at your table. Imagine the looks of delight and surprise as you present this stunning dish. It's a guaranteed conversation starter and a memorable culinary experience. We'll walk through every step together, breaking down each process into manageable and easy-to-understand instructions. No culinary secrets will be left uncovered. From prepping the lobster, ensuring it's perfectly cooked and ready to shine, to making the creamy, decadent sauce that is the heart of thermidor. So, pour yourself a glass of crisp white wine, perhaps a Chardonnay or a Sauvignon Blanc, and let's get started on this exciting culinary adventure. Sweet lobster, the star of our show, luscious sauce, a symphony of flavors, golden and bubbling under the broiler's heat, pure comfort and elegance, all in one delightful dish. We'll pair it with a crisp green salad, dressed with a light vinaigrette for a refreshing balance to the richness of the thermidor. The contrast in textures and flavors will elevate the entire meal. Let's take it one step at a time, embrace the process, and make this kitchen adventure fun and rewarding. Remember, cooking should be an enjoyable experience, a chance to express your creativity and share your love with others. Ready to transform your kitchen into a haven of culinary creativity? Let's begin this culinary journey together and unlock the secrets of lobster thermidor. Great meals start with great ingredients, so don't skimp. When you're aiming for a dish as decadent and delightful as lobster thermidor, selecting the best possible components is absolutely essential. The quality of your ingredients will directly impact the final flavor and overall experience. For lobster thermidor, you'll need 2 cooked lobsters. Opt for lobsters that are fresh and of a good size to ensure you have plenty of succulent meat for the dish. You can either cook them yourself or purchase them pre-cooked from a reputable fishmonger. You'll also need unsalted butter, which forms the base of our rich sauce. Using unsalted allows you to control the saltiness of the dish, and all-purpose flour to help thicken the sauce to that perfect creamy consistency. A good dry sherry is crucial for adding depth and complexity to the thermidor sauce. Don't use cooking sherry, invest in a decent bottle for the best flavor, and heavy cream to create that luxurious, velvety texture that defines lobster thermidor. Dijon mustard, which provides a subtle tang and helps emulsify the sauce. A pinch of cayenne for just a hint of warmth and spice to balance the richness. And freshly grated Parmesan. Use a block of Parmesan for the best flavor. Pre-grated Parmesan often contains cellulose and doesn't melt as smoothly or taste as good. Freshly grating it yourself guarantees superior flavor and texture. Season with kosher salt, which enhances the natural flavors of the lobster and other ingredients. Freshly ground black pepper for a touch of spice and aroma. And finish with fresh parsley, chopped finely to add a pop of color and freshness. For the salad, grab butter lettuce or spring greens. These delicate greens provide a light and refreshing counterpoint to the richness of the lobster thermidor. Add some sweetness with cherry tomatoes, halved or quartered, and some cool crispness with cucumber, thinly sliced. Keep the salad simple and fresh to complement the lobster. The goal is to cleanse the palate between bites of the rich thermidor, not to compete with it. For the vinaigrette extra virgin olive oil, choose a high-quality extra virgin olive oil for its fruity flavor and smooth texture, and white wine vinegar, which provides a bright acidity to balance the oil. Don't forget Dijon mustard to emulsify the vinaigrette and add a touch of tang. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Just a handful of high-quality ingredients make this meal memorable. Each element plays a crucial role in creating a symphony of flavors and textures that will delight your senses. Gather everything before you start. Mise en place is key. Having all your ingredients prepped and measured will make the cooking process smoother and more enjoyable, allowing you to focus on the technique and timing. Let's get cooking. With our exceptional ingredients ready, we're now prepared to embark on the culinary journey of creating a truly unforgettable lobster thermidor. Alright, let's get started prepping our lobsters. This might seem a little intimidating at first, especially if you haven't worked with lobster before. But trust me, with a few simple steps, you'll be a pro in no time. We're going to break down the process into manageable steps, ensuring that even a beginner can achieve delicious results. Don't worry, prepping a lobster is easier than it sounds. The key is to take your time and be gentle. We want to extract all that delicious meat without damaging it. First, place a cooked lobster belly side up on your cutting board. This position gives you the best access for splitting it. Make sure your cutting board is stable to avoid any slips. Now, using a sharp knife, carefully cut the lobster in half lengthwise, right down the center. Apply steady pressure and guide the knife through the shell. A clean, even cut will make the meat easier to remove later. With the lobster halved, gently remove the tail meat. Use your fingers or a fork to loosen the meat from the shell, being careful not to tear it. The tail meat is one of the most prized parts of the lobster, so handle it with care. Next, remove the claw meat. This can sometimes be a bit trickier, but with a little patience, you'll get it out. You can use a cracker or your hands to break the claw and extract the meat. As you extract the meat, try to keep the pieces chunky. We want to maintain that beautiful texture in our final dish. Large, succulent pieces of lobster are always more appealing. Once all the meat is removed, clean the empty shells thoroughly under cold water. Make sure to remove any remaining bits of meat or debris. These cleaned shells will be your serving vessels, adding a touch of elegance to your presentation. They're not just for show, they also help to keep the lobster warm. After rinsing, pat the shells dry with a paper towel. This will prevent them from becoming soggy when we add the lobster mixture back in. Now, set the cleaned and dried shells aside. We'll fill them up later with our delicious lobster mixture. Take the lobster meat and chop it into bite-sized pieces. This makes it easier to eat and ensures that the flavors are evenly distributed throughout the dish. Now, for a little extra flavor, toss the lobster meat with a splash of sherry. The sherry adds a subtle sweetness and complexity that complements the richness of the lobster. To brighten things up, add a sprinkle of fresh parsley for extra flavor and a pop of color. Fresh herbs always elevate a dish, adding a touch of freshness and vibrancy. This step of adding sherry and parsley really adds depth to the final dish, creating a more complex and satisfying flavor profile. It's these little touches that make all the difference. With the lobster meat prepped and the shells ready to go, you're well on your way to creating something truly special. Everything is now set for the next stage of our culinary adventure. We're moving right along. See? Prepping the lobster wasn't so hard after all. With a little patience and these simple steps, you've mastered the first part of our recipe. Now that the lobster is prepped, let's move on to creating the sauce that will bring it all together. This is where the magic really happens. You're doing great so far. Keep up the amazing work, and let's create something truly delicious. The sauce is the heart of lobster thermidor. Melt butter in a saucepan, then whisk in flour to make a roux. Gradually add heavy cream, whisking until smooth and thickened. Remove from heat and stir in sherry, Dijon mustard, and a pinch of cayenne. Whisk until fully combined. This is where the flavor comes alive. Add freshly grated Parmesan and stir until melted. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Gently fold in the chopped lobster meat. Your creamy, savory filling is ready. Taste and adjust seasoning if needed. Let's fill those shells. Now let's assemble our masterpiece. Spoon the creamy lobster mixture into the clean shells, mounding it generously. Top with a mix of Parmesan and melted butter for a golden crust. Bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10-12 minutes, until bubbling and golden. For extra color, broil briefly, watch closely. Rest for a minute, then garnish with fresh parsley. Stunning and ready to serve. Every rich dish needs a fresh, crisp salad. Combine butter, lettuce, and arugula in a bowl. Add halved cherry tomatoes and thinly sliced cucumber. For the vinaigrette, whisk olive oil, white wine vinegar, Dijon, salt, and pepper. Toss the salad just before serving to keep it crisp. The salad's brightness balances the lobster's richness. Simple, elegant, and the perfect side. Let's plate it up. A few tips for success. Let your fishmonger cook the lobsters for you. Prep all your ingredients before you start. It makes everything smoother. The sauce comes together fast, so have everything ready. Leftovers? Reheat gently in the oven. You can prep the dish ahead and bake when ready to serve. Most importantly, relax and enjoy the process. Cooking is about joy and sharing. Enjoy every bite of your homemade lobster thermidor.